What's up, everybody? Daniel Day back again with another video for DDay Gaming, and today I wanted to spend a few minutes talking about Wii U ports on the Switch. Is this a great idea? Is this a terrible idea? I wanted to share my thoughts and opinions on that particular matter. So if you're into that sort of thing, stick around and hopefully I will see you after the break. Okay, so for those of you that have been following my channel, you probably saw that recently I posted a video covering my thoughts on the fact that Nintendo has announced the Virtual Console is not going to be on the Switch on day one, and why I think that that's probably okay. I just hope it comes eventually. And in thinking about all of the cool games from Nintendo's past that I could not wait to play on the go via the Virtual Console, that naturally led me into another line of thinking that was essentially how much I really wanted a bunch of their last console's games ported over to the Switch, the Wii U games specifically. Now, when I talk about that, I'm talking about Wii U games getting the same treatment that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is getting. I mean, here we have a game that already sold with a wonderful attach rate on the Wii U, but the Wii U didn't sell that many units in the grand scheme of things. So you've got this amazing game that is getting a second chance at life on that Nintendo Switch. And you're not just getting a basic port of the game there, right? This thing is really truly getting the deluxe treatment. You're getting all of the paid DLC that came out for Mario Kart 8, of course. You're also getting a new battle mode, some new maps, and you're also taking advantage of the increased power that's available in the Switch. So you've got a game that now, at least when it's running in TV mode, is going to be presented in 1080p at 60 frames a second. So in this particular case, we're not just talking about a graphical upgrade. We're not just talking about maybe getting some of the season pass or DLC stuff included. We're talking about all of it and some new modes, right? And that got me thinking about how cool it would be if Nintendo gave the same kind of deluxe treatment to some of the other games that were exclusive to the Wii U over its lifespan. Now, that would include games like Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, as well as the Mario games that were created exclusively for that console, and of course, the Smash Brothers version that's great that is out on the Wii U, and let's not forget Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2, which was a platform exclusive. Those are all games that off the top of my head I really think deserve a second chance via a deluxe port on the Nintendo Switch. Now, I know in this particular case they just, probably picked the name Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but there may be a real opportunity here to use a standardized term like deluxe to kind of describe what you're getting with a series of ports, right? Obviously they're throwing everything in the kitchen sink into the Mario Kart 8 port, right? It would be very, very cool if they did the same thing, maybe even called them deluxe on some of those other games that I just mentioned. And, honestly, I don't just want this so that I can rebuy games that I already bought and played through on the go. I mean, that's a good enough reason, I suppose, as any. But more importantly than that, there were some great, great games that were available on the Wii U. And the Wii U in its own right was a fantastic console. There are things about it that I absolutely loved. And the Wii U was so interesting to me because I've met so many people over the years that have completely different use cases for the thing. My brother, in fact, I was talking with him about a week ago on the phone, and he reminded me of something about how he used his Wii U that I had forgotten, and that was that he never hooks the thing up to the TV. He doesn't even have it hooked up to a television. He just uses the tablet. My brother feels like he has gotten 100% of his money's worth out of his Wii U because of the ability to play off screen. He takes the thing, he lays in bed, he plays his games, and he just loves it. I know people that just watch Netflix and stuff like that on the tablet portion of this. Some of them have it hooked up to televisions as well, some of them don't. But the Wii U offered some versatility that a lot of people really leveraged, and so it's been amazing to me all of the different ways that people used it. And the Switch seems to be even more versatile, so I'm very excited to see how that pans out. But as cool as the Wii U was, again, it just didn't sell crazy well, and that's a shame. But it's a bigger shame that some amazing games are basically stuck on that console. Now, I'm sure that the thing that replaces the Switch, or maybe the thing after that, if Nintendo keeps the virtual consoles going, will eventually get straight copies of those games that I'm talking about today available for them. But I think that it would be fantastic if in a much shorter period of time, Nintendo's able to turn some of those games back around in the form of ports on the Nintendo Switch so a broader audience can enjoy them. Some of these games deserve an opportunity to shine. They deserve an opportunity to shine now, where their graphics still are pretty and all of that fun stuff, because most of the time virtual console games are just straight ports of these things, right? No, I don't want that. I'm not going to settle for that, right? Bayonetta 2 was an absolutely amazing game, and I don't think as many people as would enjoy it had the opportunity to play it because they didn't own a Wii U. By the time that game finally came out, we were starting to see some of the first signs that maybe this thing wasn't working out the way that Nintendo wanted it to. And as a result, there's probably some people that thought, well, if the console was doing super great and the ecosystem seemed healthy, I would pick up a console to play Bayonetta 2, right? But it doesn't, and so I'm not going to risk investing in the platform at this point, right? And let's not forget that that game in particular came bundled in originally, like the copy that I've got, with a special port of Bayonetta 1 that was built specifically for the Wii U. So I could envision a deluxe version, so to speak, of that includes both Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2, maybe upscaled to run, 1080p, 60 frames a second, buttery smooth, leverage that extra horsepower that's available on that console, and then maybe add some other things in on top of that. How cool would that be? And that game deserves to be experienced by more people than got to on the Wii U. I don't want it to sit there and die until it's time for it to become a straight virtual console port 10 years from now. That's going to be a real shame if that ends up happening, right? And then when you look at some of the Mario games that were available, and really Smash Brothers, the Smash Brothers series has been amazingly popular for Nintendo. It sold a lot of copies, and each of those games in their own way bests the one prior to that. Now, sure, some people prefer, Subspace Emissary to some of the later kind of story modes and all of that fun stuff. But, the rosters have gotten bigger, the balance tweaks have become more frequent, and all of that fun stuff. And so, Wii U version of Smash Brothers is an amazing game. I would love to have an upgraded visual version of that available that I could play on the go and have access for a flat fee to all of the stages, all of the DLC, all of the background music, all of that stuff. Maybe even add a few special Switch-specific characters in. I would say, for instance, love to see a Breath of the Wild version of Link or Zelda playable, even if it's just skins, if it's not cost-effective to make whole new characters and balance them and add them into the roster. Remember, this is a game that they made for the first time, a portable version of it for the 3DS. And that game was amazing as a portable game. It was crazy to see how much they were able to fit from the console version over into the portable version in the 3DS. But a deluxe port of that from the Wii U version specifically over on the Switch would be a no compromise situation. In fact, like I said, it could look even better. It could have even more stuff in it. I mean, how cool would that be, right? So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, this is primarily all spawning from a thought that occurred to me as I was thinking about the virtual console not being available and those games that I really, really hoped someday I'd be able to play portably, but that somehow morphed into, it wasn't just that I wanted to play these games on the go. That's going to be awesome. But it really just turned into a situation where I was thinking, you know what? So many games on the Wii U deserve a second chance at life. They are quality titles that just unfortunately were tied to a dying console, and it would be a real shame to let them just kind of fade quietly off into the night. So yeah, hopefully some of you agree with me, although I'm sure some of you would prefer that Nintendo just let those games kind of lie where they are, right, and focus on the future, not necessarily devote time and resources to bringing old games to the new console that could be spent building the next Smash Brothers, right, and the next Mario Kart game, and maybe Bayonetta 3. You know, they could partner with Platinum or somebody else, right? And, you know, that is a perfectly valid argument as well. I can certainly see the merit in that, but I would love to see a situation where they can do both, right? I'm not a game developer. I don't know, but it just strikes me like taking something like Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, which was already an HD game and already had all that DLC added and all of that, and turning that into a deluxe type situation like they're doing certainly takes a lot less time than building Mario Kart 9 from the ground up, right? I could be wrong though, but again, I just hope that Nintendo maybe is thinking along the same lines and they're already hard at work behind the scenes making this type of thing happen, because I think that that adds value to the Switch and it gives some of these remarkable games a second lease on life. So let me know how you guys feel about it in the comments section below. I figure this is as good a place as any to go ahead and wrap this video up. Just wanted to say thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Special shout out to my subscribers. You guys are awesome. If you're watching this and you're not currently subscribed to my channel, maybe check out some of my other videos. If you like my particular brand of rambling, consider subscribing. It's totally free for you and it helps me out quite a bit. Also makes my day. So there's that, right? If you want to find me other places on the internet, you can follow me on Twitter at that DDay guy, and I also stream games. I've been doing a lot of Halo Wars recently on both YouTube and Twitch. For YouTube, you've already found me. If you don't want to lose me, click that subscribe button, right? And for Twitch, my username is DDay on Twitch. Same content, both places, just whatever platform is your preference. So once again, everybody, just wanted to say thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.